2 wild stats that I really wish were not true. Does your back feel like this? Then you should probably watch this video. Have you been sitting on the couch for years feeling stiff and immobile and haven't been moving much? Here's the truth, you're not stuck like this forever. Let me share something with you that I see all the time in my practice. Someone comes in who hasn't really done anything physically active since high school or college, and they've spent years sitting at a desk. Maybe it's a decade, maybe it's 10, 20, 30 years. Now their body feels stiff and restricted. Maybe this sounds familiar. Here's the thing, this stiffness doesn't have to be permanent. Our companies help thousands of people regain their mobility and get back to moving freely, even after years of inactivity. And today, I'm gonna show you the 5 easiest ways to improve your mobility, starting exactly where you're at right now. The best part, you don't need any fancy equipment or any complicated routines. These are simple, proven techniques that anyone can do regardless of their current fitness level. But first, here are 2 wild stats that I really wish were not true. So the first awful stat is, according to recent studies, 1 in 4 adults struggle with mobility issues. But the research shows that consistent, gentle movement can create significant improvements in just 4 to 6 weeks. So the second wild stat that's pretty awful, estimated that after the age of 30, only about 5% of adults will ever engage in sprinting for the rest of their lives. This is not good, and probably a huge culprit and reflection of our poor overall health in our society today. Now, I'm not telling you to go sprint tomorrow, but what I am telling you is that sprinting is something that most everyone should be able to do late into their life. So let me walk you through the exact steps of what to do and how to regain your mobility. Number 1 is just a daily walk. Let me start with something that might surprise you. The most powerful way to improve your mobility isn't some complex stretch routine or expensive therapy. It's something that's completely free and that you can start today. And it's a simple 15 to 30-minute walk. Now, I know what you're thinking, walking really? How is that gonna help my mobility? But here's what most people don't realize. Your body adapts to whatever you do most often. When you sit for hours a day, your body literally starts to mold itself to that sitting position. Your hip flexors tighten, your shoulders round forward, and your joints get a bit stiff. Walking breaks this pattern. It gently mobilizes your major joints in your body. It increases blood flow to your muscles and tissues and helps restore your natural movement patterns. The key is consistency. I recommend doing this every day, preferably outside where the terrain is varied and naturally challenges your balance and mobility even more. Start with just 15 to 30 minutes. If you're really out of shape, you can break this down into maybe 3 10-minute walks after a meal. The most important thing is just to get moving. Number 2, the morning mobility routine. After you get going walking, this is where I would focus on specific stretches. But here's the key that most people miss. We're not gonna push too hard. I want you to pick 3 stretches for your lower body and maybe 1 to 2 stretches for your upper body that you can comfortably and safely do. Let me give you a simple framework. Hold each stretch for about 1 minute and only stretch to about 80% of your capacity. Think of it like turning up the volume on your radio. We want it loud enough where you hear clearly, but not so loud where it starts to distort your hearing. For your lower body, focus on a simple hamstring stretch while sitting, a hip flexor stretch maybe in a lunge position, and a calf stretch against the wall. There's a lot of different stretches you can do, but those are great ways to start. For your upper body, a chest stretch against the doorway and a gentle shoulder rotation. Do each stretch 2 to 3 times, holding for about 1 minute each. The entire routine should only take about 15 minutes, and this will pay off huge dividends for you. Now, for those of you who are ready for the next level, here's something that athletes have known for years, but most people never learn about. Number 3, the dynamic warm-up. This is different from traditional stretching because now you're moving your body through space, which helps improve motor control and full range of motion. I'll include a link to our dynamic warm-ups that our clients use. It's easy, simple, and progressive, and really gets you feeling good. This includes movements like light skipping, arm circles, walking lunges, and leg swings. The key is to start slow and controlled. This isn't about speed or intensity, it's about quality of movement. Spend about 5 to 7 minutes doing a dynamic warm-up, focusing on smooth, controlled range of motion. Number 4, the band method. Here's something that's been a game changer for a lot of our athletes, and it's called band stretching. This technique was actually invented by a physical education teacher, Dick Hartzell from Youngstown, Ohio, and he created a company called Jump Stretch. I actually visited Coach Hartzell in 2002 when I was in high school, and I wanted to get hands-on training from him at his facility. And I personally still use these methods in the training he taught me over over 20 years later. Think of resistance bands like a gentle assistance, helping you access range of motion that you couldn't reach on your own. It's similar to having like a skilled partner helping you stretch, but you're in complete control of the pressure and the range of motion. The beauty of band stretching is that it works with your body's natural reflexes than fighting against them. When you use a band, you can create gentle traction in the joint, which can improve dynamic flexibility and strength in the end ranges. The final method might surprise you, but it's one of the most effective ways to improve your mobility quickly: getting professional help. Now I know what you're thinking, isn't this supposed to be about things I can do on my own? But hear me out. Working with a qualified professional, even just once a week, can be incredibly valuable. They can assist you in your specific limitations and show you exactly how to perform these movements correctly. And they can give you a personalized plan based on your needs. A good mobility specialist can help you make more progress in one session than you might make in months of trial and error on your own. I personally see Jeff Kong and his team at Tri-Covery Massage and Flexibility in Novi, Michigan once a week to help me improve my flexibility and my pliability. So there you have it, 5 proven ways to improve your mobility, even if you've been stiff for years. Remember, the key isn't to do all of these at once. Start with a daily walk and basic stretching routine. Once that becomes comfortable, gradually add in the dynamic warm-up and band work. And if you really want to fast track your progress, consider getting some professional guidance. The most important thing is consistency. If you can do these exercises for just 45 minutes a day, a 30-minute walk followed by 15 minutes of stretching, you're going to see really good improvements within a month. Your pain will decrease, your movement will improve, and you start feeling more like your younger self again. Remember, if you're not stuck with the mobility that you have right now, your body is designed to move. And with these simple techniques, you can help it remember how. Want to learn more about improving your movement and getting back to feeling your best fast? Check out my next video where I'm going to show you exactly how to use these techniques to eliminate your back pain for good.